My name is Jessica Butterworth. This is MD5313, Songwriting in Context. In this video, I will be analysing the individual performance assessment and song, Blue is the Warmest Colour, which was written in response to the songwriting competition set task. I feel as though the important features of the song are the melancholy vocals, the dissonant chords in the piano part, which are doubled by a choir but an octave lower, tempo, and the repetition of the words, blue is the warmest colour. To address these in order, melancholy vocals. I think this adds atmosphere to the song, as it is meant to be quite a sad song, as given by the minor chords. Dissonant chords, which adds a despairing feeling of all hope is lost and nothing can be repaired. Tempo. The tempo is 75 beats per minute, keeping it steady but also having an ad libitum effect, which I quite like as it gives this free-flowing movement to the song. Doubled with the choir but an octave lower, I think this helps build the sound wall and gives a somber and sobering effect. Repetition. The repetition highlights the phrase, blue is the warmest colour, and brings it to the listener's attention more, meaning that they have to take it into consideration more and think about what that means or what it's trying to say in just those words alone. This song is very much written in the style of a jazz ballad, with its high lingering note and repetition of the main key phrase, blue is the warmest colour, which is often the title as seen in Louis Armstrong's songs and any other jazz classic, Let Go of Your Lover, All of Me, Old Devil Moon, to name a few. The sustained notes definitely stand out as a jazz ballad compared to normal jazz songs, which use a fast and short and often clipped notes. When I first started mapping out my ideas for this song, I wanted to experiment with the chords that I wouldn't necessarily use in everyday life. For example, B flat 6 or an E flat add 9 or a C minor going to an A diminished in the middle of a bar, which I really enjoyed. I wanted to keep this song simple in its lyrics in order for more to be communicated via vibe or, if you would, atmosphere from the instrumental part. I feel as though the silence or the lack of instrumentation, vocal, lyrics, or just sound, which is another word for silence basically, adds and builds. I think it also speaks volumes by not saying anything. I do believe that the most memorable part of this song is the phrase, blue is the warmest colour, mainly because it is repeated numerously and it is meant to provoke an emotional response. With the storyline being so vague in this song, it leaves it open to the interpretation of the listener, implying that they could apply their own emotions to it, their own storyline, their own anything, as long as it is what they feel. The actual story behind this song is not one of heartbreak from the loss of an intimate relationship or of love, but it's the ache of betrayal and a loss of friendship, which I think is sometimes a greater loss. Friends are with you for longer, lovers come and go, but friends stay forever, or at least you hope they would. As friends that console you when lovers disappear, and console you and join you in your happiness, when they disappear, it hurts even more. It's almost like there's a bigger hole left behind, and this does happen to everyone. This is said in the final line, blue is the warmest colour, you'll know why when it happens to you. In this piece, I've also used juxtaposition to contrast the colour blue, because blue is typically seen as a cold and sad feeling. I've used it in the words to say it's the warmest colour out there. I think it's because it's also a colour that everyone feels. This was an individually written task with no outside contribution given or influencing my decisions. If I could do this again, I would add more traditional strings and orchestras like more traditional jazz songs do. This was an individually written task with no outside contribution given or influencing my decisions. If I could do this again, I would either add a stringed orchestra or a full orchestra in the middle, as the more traditional jazz songs do, and give it a longer break where, as you see in most movies or tapings of jazz performances, there's like a little dance in the middle. I think it'd be quite cool if this was also put in. And I think it would also, the orchestra would also give it more presence and more zest. It would also make the song that little bit longer. There is definitely more experimentation to be done here and work to add, as this is very clearly not reached its final stage yet, and I look forward to see where it goes. As for seeing this song being performed by a guest artist, I could maybe see an artist like Gregory Porter or John Legend taking an interest in this, as it does fit their genre and it is similar to what they are currently singing or have sung in the past. I did quite enjoy this module. It was confusing in times, but overall, to learn how to write different types of songs outside of your comfort zones, I thoroughly enjoyed that. This is MD5313 Songwriting in Context.